Good morning, everybody. My name is Mary, and I'm going to be doing the takeover today from Budapest, Hungary. It is just about 7:30 here, so we're about to get started, and I'm looking forward to telling you about what I do in my day. Okay, and just a little background info about me. I am from the States, so I'm from Michigan, and before this, I was an accountant, and I actually had my degree in theater, so I acted professionally as well. I did the online TEFL certification, which was great because it allowed me to work full time and really be able to save up the money, which was really important for me. And actually, before this, in 2018, I was teaching in China. I taught at a university, and I also taught some business English classes there as well. So won't be talking really about that here, but if you have any questions about that kind of thing, you can find me at my personal page, which is mdilweed, and you can ask me any questions about that there. So just to tell you a little bit about my job, I actually teach at an after-school program, which means that I do not work until 1 and then I work until 5. 2 days a week in the mornings, I do go into the kindergartens that are in our program, which is what I will be doing today. And I found my position through CETP, which is the Central European Teaching Program. I found them through ITA's links and websites, and then I'll explain a little bit more later about why I chose this program, why I chose Hungary, and all of that. But now I have to get going so I can start my day. Talk to you later. Okay, so we're done at the kindergarten, and I'm now at the school. I have about an hour to prep or eat or whatever I need to do, and then we're about to go in the staff room and see all the other English teachers. Okay, here we are. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. So that's Colin.
Hey, world.
Colin is also an ITA alum.
I am. I teach sports here to first, second, and third graders.
Yeah, and Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Hello. I teach first grade art.
Yay, and Jasmine.
Hi. I teach first grade storytelling and music and games.
Yay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, I am back home, and I'm gonna give you a quick tour of my apartment, and then I'm gonna tell you about why I picked Hungary and why I picked CETP. Okay, so we come in through my front door, and then so this way goes to the main apartment, but then in here I have a little coat room. Here's my bathroom right off the front door. It's pretty small, but it's everything that I need. And then this is the kitchen. With my dining room table, and then through here, and then that's my washing machine right there, which and then in through this little closet. It's my favorite part of the apartment is my fridge closet. I don't know why it's in there, but it makes me really happy. And then I have a second room, which has my sofa, my bed, just kind of everything. It's not huge, but it is all the space that I could possibly need. I'm really happy. And it is just me, so I do live alone. Yeah, that's my apartment. Okay, so now I want to tell you a little bit about why I picked CETP and Hungary. CETP provides you support when you land, and for me that was something that was always going to be really, really important. So they picked me up from the airport. They provided like a week of training that included Hungarian language classes and culture classes and even some teaching tips. And then also in your contract, your school is required to provide you a place to stay, to provide you apartments. So my apartment is provided to me, and I do not pay rent monthly. However, there is a fee that is involved with CETP, but it is legit. But you can always talk to the ITA advisors about that. I viewed it as just paying all my rent up front. And to me, the comfort of knowing that I was going to have a place to come to was so worth it. And that also leads me into the other reason why I picked Hungary in particular, is that here in Hungary, Americans can get legal visas, working visas, as English teachers, where in a lot of the Western countries, it's a lot more difficult. if possible at all. And to me, that was something that was going to be really important to have the legal residence card for me. So the company that I work for is called Boys and Girls Club of Hungary, um, or BGC, and I actually teach at two different primary schools, and then I go to kindergarten, but there are three different kindergartens within the program as well, so it's quite big. Okay, so I'm gonna post a little screenshot of my weekly schedule. Um, Monday and Tuesday, I work at primary school A, which is right downtown, and I can see Parliament when I get there, and it's really cool. Um, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the afternoon, I work at primary school B, which is closer to me. So primary school A takes me about half an hour to get there, and then primary school B takes me 15, 20 minutes, give or take. It's all really easy to get around the city. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go into a kindergarten that is very close to primary school B. Quick breakdown of the day. Most of my days, I show up at 1 for an hour. I play with the kids out on the playground. And then I teach for an hour, whatever the club time is. So I mostly teach role play to third graders. And so that's kind of our topic. And we have different themes, but I mostly work with role play and getting the kids on their feet. As you met some of my coworkers, they have a lot of different subjects. So whether it's art or sport or whatever it might be, for the hour we teach that subject. And then kids have snack time, they have a homework time, and then which is a break for me to prep. And then for the last hour, it's kind of like a free play time, English interaction time. So that's what most of my days look like. So for today, Thursdays are a little bit different for me. I teach the older grades, so I teach 5th graders and 6th graders. And for that, I don't go out onto the playground. I teach an hour and a half lesson back to back. So I teach an hour and a half of grammar to 5th graders, and then I turn right around and I go teach an hour and a half of film, which is really fun, to 6th graders, and then I'm done at 4. So then I can just go home. So I do not have a typical work week that most teachers have here. I feel pretty lucky. And CETP really worked with me because I have a drama background, that they felt that this would be a really good fit for me, and I'm pretty happy. And it's nice to have a lot of other English speaking teachers as well and coworkers. I feel pretty lucky, but also it wouldn't be for everybody. Some people really thrive with the structure of an actual classroom and the ability to give homework and the ability to give grades, and I don't do any of that. And you have to be really proactive about getting the kids on the playground to come and talk to you and play with you and winning them over, so that they just don't go play football the entire time. Or you go join them and play football. And each teacher has kind of their own method, and so it's fun to see us work as a team. And so I fit really well, and I'm really happy there, and not everybody would be. The important thing to remember when you're looking to come teach abroad is that there are so many options and there's so many possibilities of what your journey could look like. You really need to advocate for what you want and really think about what that looks like, because you can kind of make your journey totally your own. My experience here is totally different than what I was doing in China. And that's the other part of teaching abroad, is you kind of just have to be open and willing and flexible to kind of go with a lot. And it's amazing how rewarding and surprising everything is.